Welcome back to Innocent Sin, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we learned from a small piece of shit that a bigger piece of shit's being on the loose, let's go stomp out that other piece of shit. After we take a trip to Tony's.
After we take a shit.
This is Tony's shop. I kind of like the aesthetic here. It's basically one of those side stores you see selling fake merchandise.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Welcome, mister. I am good exchange student. It's like fucking Oscar.
Look at the space for rent.
I know, in his head and on his schnoz.
Yeah. He has a big nose.
Big nose. One thing you could do with the demons too, if some of them drop accessories for you, if you negotiate some accessories off of them, is you can also just get some money that way. Money is very important in Innocent Sin, and it doesn't come by easily, I'm afraid. I'm trying to worry, like, is this what I want to do? Rumor has it, yes.
Is there any point to Tony's shop? I mean, what do you...
Tony's shop is either an item shop or an accessory shop. Of course, I go the accessory shop route because other than that, you don't get an accessory shop.
And you can't have it one or the other.
No, it has to be one or the other. You can't have both.
You can't have both, yeah.
Don't be selfish. So now we're done there. I think what I do is I try to go to Kasukayama High immediately to see the cutscene, and then I walk right the fuck out. No, because now I remember what happens here. At the beginning of this part, I come in here and see this. Then I grind off screen for a little bit because I want to up my character's stock and repertoire. So I invest high in some good stock portfolio, and then I level my characters up. Ultimately, I just try so that I can use some more powerful persona because I'm at the point now where the starters themselves are starting to wear out their welcome to me. Partially in damage, but other than that, I want to use more persona. I got a whole library worth of persona to use. I could use it.
You want to change it up a bit.
Totally. Now, the thing is, I have a very good rule of thumb when it comes to fusion. It's a good tip I follow.
Yeah.
If you have a fire persona, give it a wind card. If you have a water persona, give it an earth card. If you do that for the most... now, there are exceptions to the rule, of course. On average, as long as you give it a contrasting element and put like that in your party, it is spell card intensive, but you're guaranteed to have a lot of fusion spells available to you. And I left it on this, didn't I?
No. It's just for a moment. It's actually another thing I wanted to ask you is, like, did you have, like, notes on standby?
Yes.
When recording for the game, just like do this at this time, do this at this time.
Yes, admittedly I do. I will confess that to you right now. Innocent
Confess?
sin.
What is it, a fucking sin?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
You're gonna go to jail?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. But rumor has it that I indeed do need a guide at certain points of this game because it's not easy for me to remember all of it.
Oh no.
Indeed.
How dare you.
New enemies: Puck and Agathian. Puck is basically a slightly stronger pixie that can run away from battle. And that's really all that there is to him. I think he reflects wind as opposed to being strong to it. Agathian here is our first star demon. Star demons tend to focus on one element, and usually, but usually leans toward a physical, if not fire-based magic for them. Star persona are pretty good, in my opinion. Females can use them very well. And they're pretty good. And for you as persona, they're great magicians. So now we come up here to look for So now basically we're now on the hunt for Yasuo. We have to go through the school. I think now on off screen, what I think I did is I got Yuki Faleg. I don't remember the layout though. That's the one thing about doing this shit after so long. I forgot what persona I gave what, who I gave what. I know Tatsuya is rocking Surya, which is a great fire elemental persona, and as well as, oddly enough, it gets a lot of wind magics. So I gave it wind, I gave it fire, and it has Spiral Shot for physical attack. Although the physical element of Spiral Shot is comically enough called Throw. I don't understand the whole point of the Throw element as a physical attacking element. But, you know, I'm not the one who made the game. That's one element I can go without.
Okay, so Cuss High is a nickname for the school.
Yeah, it's called Kasugiyama High.
Yeah.
They call it Cuss High because it's really a shitty kind of school. So, weirdly enough, and feebly enough, they wanted to improve their reputation, so they tried to bring sevens down. As we had evidence there with Ikichi talking to that shadow person over there.
Yeah.
He was like, guys, if you wanted to make the school better, we should have all pitched in. That was beautiful. I like Ikichi.
Fuck you, Ikichi.
Fuck you! So now we got to go looking around them. Did the guy come to buy the Mount guy draw? No. So ultimately, right now, as I said, there's still demons here, but you don't have to worry about them too much. One demon in particular, well, maybe not here. We find it later on in the game, in the dungeon proper.
Yeah.
Is a demon called Erinis, E-R-I-N-Y-S. I undoubtedly pronounced that wrong. It's a freaking... Yeah, this monster right here, actually. Or is this Teak Teak? No, it's Erinis. She's level 10, so you can't easily get a contract with her yet. But what you can do is you can reason with her, and when you get to level 10, you can reason with her, get her happy. She'll give you an Aquez card. Now, Aquez is the tier 2 water magic at level 10. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
It is, because you usually don't get, like, barring, like, a rare, like, rank up or mutation, you usually won't start dealing with second tier magic routinely until level 20. And then the third tier around 36.
Damn.
That's like what I'm approximating. Mind you, of course, it also is subjective based upon your persona's spells. Off camera, Maya reached rank 8. That gives her a unique spell called Omni Dimension. That's a Maya only spell. If it is a 20% kill chance to anything in the game, barring bosses and maybe those with immunity to instant death, but it has a unique death animation, in which case the monster gets sucked up into a black hole. Chop. Right in the middle.
Question. The portraits are shiny yellow. Is there any significance to that?
I ate food. When you eat food, yeah, okay. Ikichi also got Ergetlam, which is a great earth persona. Give it a fire spell, and it'll contribute to your earth magic, and it'll give you a fire capability. It also gives you a sword. So it's basically a stronger Radamanthus at the trade-off of dark magic, as well as Almighty. Now, the one thing I was going to get to earlier, when it comes to food, if you go around to a certain restaurant and eat at a certain place, your stat will go up temporarily depending on what you eat. So ultimately, but it is again temporary. It will wear off.
What's the cycle? Like how long?
I can't easily tell you that. I never.
Is there a day system in this game?
No.
Okay.
But all I can easily tell you though is that but I do agree. But the food is like a nice benefit to have, but don't go crazy about it if you eat or never eat in the game.
Is it expensive?
No.
Oh, okay.
Depending on the restaurant, of course. But it's not like if you spend more money somewhere else, you'll get better stats for it. Usually, it's just like whatever they choose to do. It's like pretty much a dartboard guess. Like, I'm gonna eat sushi. Now it'll improve my agility.
Yeah. Spin the roulette wheel. Agility.
Yeah, essentially. I was thinking of also looking around for a rumor demon. I think they can get the no. Oh, you know what? I'm actually world building here too.
Well, yeah, because you always do that in every RPG that you play for the channel. You talk to pretty much everybody. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's why Symphonia is one of our longest Let's Plays, because you fucking shagged everyone.
Zealous fucked anything he could. Zealous fucked anything that wasn't nailed down to the ground, and then fucked what was nailed down to the ground.
Yeah, because he prefers one over the other.
Hey, to be perfectly honest, though, man, I was gigoloing my ass off. I'm probably one of the few people in the world that earned that gigolo title the right way. But regardless, what was I getting at? Fuck. Thanks to that battle you showed in, I was able to remember what I did. I think Lisa's still rocking the Pixie. That
must be a new drug going around the high school.
The Pixie, yeah.
He's rocking the Pixie.
Fuck, no, it's actually authentic Pixie. See, it used to be you would take one of those Pixies, kill it, grind it into dust, and then snort its bones. These days, it's just faster to have the Pixie fart on you. Hence Pixie dust.
I have no dignity. But damn it, I love getting high. Cuss high.
Cuss high. I go to fuck you. So basically now Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here are basically Yasuo's cronies, but ultimately they really are trying to push the innocent angle of, yo, we really had no idea what the fuck this dude was planning. They're complicit. So frankly, I'd like to come back here and beat the shit out of them. Unfortunately, school violence is frowned upon. Plus, if I have a couple 20-year-olds in there, I might bring down their careers, and that's not cool.
Was it look at the whiteboard? Is it Yuki?
Yeah.
Look, you just Spectre is like, I have no idea what this says.
Each member, 5 masks a day? What is this? Yeah, essentially. So, after it was looked down on for so long, no, we didn't. So basically, the supporters and detractors have extremely different opinions, kind of like, you know, presidents.
One side's lying, clearly.
Yeah, full. Yeah, no shit. Now the thing is though, is that remember how early in the game when the game had you running all over the building to look for Psycho? This game's doing that again here with Yasuo. This is the last time it does that shit though. New demons, Empusas, and if I'm seeing the sprite correctly, no, that's a Gathian heart. Cool. Now Empusas is a magician, and now that's kind of a no shit thing there, but magicians focus on magic.
Magic. Ooh. How does he do it, kids? How does he do it?
It's almost like the game talks to me. Yeah. So now I have Ikichi here, pretty much kiss his own ass, and the Gathian is happy as shit. Or video games fun, they're amazing. I might try that someday. Little do you know. Now my thing is though, is I've learned a bit of a different mechanic when it comes to this, especially in hard mode within the system regarding negotiations. It may just pay better in your interest just to scare it and break off the conversation chain. This way you could just like pick the right selection and options for them so that you can easily get the cards.
And see, that's the only thing I don't understand is that you negotiated with that one demon, but it ended the entire battle afterwards.
Oh no, that's always what happens.
I know, I remember that happening in Persona 1, but like, why does that happen?
Because they decided to cease hostilities.
Yeah, from that particular demon though, but why did the other demon not get a say in it?
Probably because with the other two, it's like, yo guys, chill.
No, it's like, I like you. No, fuck you, that guy's a prick. I hate him.
He killed 35 of my clan, but he didn't kill any of mine. Moving on.
And that's all that matters. Now give me your fucking star card.
Now, one thing you might want to do at this stage in the game is, I love Ikichi's lines here to his crew, but whatchamacallit. What you might want to do here from a gameplay perspective is talk to a Gathian a lot to get your free cards up, as well as get a bunch of star cards. You're going to want star, particularly because for Chimera at level 12, which is a good fire persona all around, and if you give it a wind spell, hey, you just double your delights. So you ultimately want to do that. I gave Yukino the angel persona because I want a better water caster around, and it adds more points to dexterity. Oh yes, thank you, Matt, for pointing that out.
I like you, Matt.
I like me too.
I like Matt too.
I like my other half too. Self high five on my tits. Anyway,
Talking to your persona.
yes. The ugly green fucker there is an ogre, but I'm gonna get back on track to what I was saying earlier. Each persona, or rather, one thing about the Arcanum is that for the most part, they each have their own individual bonus points to your level ups. In the case of judgments, it's normally dexterity. So one way you could play to your strengths or cover your weaknesses is ultimately give your characters Arcana persona that they are going to be in desperate need of. In Ikichi's case, he tends not to focus on his dexterity, but then he gets a persona of the Emperor Arcana, which does raise dexterity every time he levels up, so it becomes sort of a trade-off. How's that phone, by the way?
I'm looking something up for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. What were you looking up? Penis enhancement pills, yeah. You jerk!
Persona porn.
Oh, God, no.
Ooh, wow, I didn't know they could bend that way.
They're school kids.
Ooh, right at the bufu.
Ah, right in the bufu. Yeah. The loudmouth demons over there are poltergeists. I like their top hats. I think it makes them look really cute. The green monster there is known as the ogre demon. Ow. That's Earth's fusion spell there between the two of them. Now, here's the thing. In this game, the spells like Sharp Boulder or whatnot, or what, like the two-person spells, they work off of a different formula where basically they'll get stronger or weaker depending on the enemy's, your allies' DX stats. In Eternal Punishment, it's the 3-tier spells that do that, and in this game, those 3-person spells are only like medium damage, but they're still reliable damage dealers because they're also factoring in your magical stats as well.
What is dexterity determined in this game?
Magic power.
Magic power?
Magic power, as well as your spell point pool.
Dexterity, really?
Yeah.
That's odd. Normally, that's what the magic stat was for.
In this game, there's 5 stats: strength, vitality, DX, which is your magic, agility, and luck.
Okay, so they just have agility for speed.
Bingo.
And not dexterity. Okay.
Yeah, in Persona 1, DX was the stat that ruled them all. Because if you invest enough points in that, that also increases your physical power as well.
Well, I mean, if you're doing it fast enough, I'm guessing getting in more hits per second. So, in a way, that is increasing your power.
Now, after a while of rummaging around the school, we get the idea that he's in the bomb shelter.
Was he fist pumping?
Yeah, right. He's reaching for the imaginary
You get out of
drugs.
there.
And they just ran right the fuck in. Why did they rush in without thinking? They're kids. That's quite an innocent sin to commit on them, Yukino.
I have no response.
And now we're stuck in the fucking bomb shelter. In Eternal Punishment, it is its own dungeon. Let me start over. In Innocent Sin, this is its own dungeon. In Eternal Punishment, this becomes kind of like the ruins that it was in Persona 1. So basically, you can come in here and go into various segments. And in each of those segments, you'll fight demons based off of what dungeon they were from. Like, if you were to go to dungeon, let's say you go in Eternal Punishment, you go in the bomb shelter, and you go to, let's say, area... I'm using examples here, folks, so forgive me if I'm a little off. If you go somewhere like area 4 in the bomb shelter, you'll fight demons from Small Mall or something like that. Ah, fuck you. Rumor has it that when the exit to the air shelter is, says who? Me. Boop. Fuck. And all he had to do was pay 3,000 yen to Todoroki, and now I'm fucking stuck here. Basically a social... Oh, my fucking god, a social...
Purge the weak.
No, purge is stupid in his case.
Oh, okay.
A stalking horse? Nice term. So he's the one who spread the rumor. So basically, he's overestimating his own intelligence and belittling the others. I.e., textbook nerd. I think I'm the only one with the smart brains around here.
I like smart brains.
Smart brains are funny. Easily chumped, too. Anyway. But if the ladies give me a write-up in a periodical, at least it's not because my girlfriend, I make an exception for the females. Jesus Christ, you fucking creep.
Textbook.
Boss versus president. And Ikichi gets ready for his close-up. They fed right into it. Plus, photographing a walkie-talkie won't be much use even for the ads.
Unless you're selling a walkie-talkie.
Could be. The only place I could take you on a date would be a customer service center. Operator, connect me to the moon!
Did he just break the walkie-talkie?
Yes, he did, that jackass. And now we've broken our only contact with the outside. Oops!
It was a matter of my pride.
Right?
My pride doesn't want to talk with that walkie-talkie.
Meanwhile, I'll have me a look at what's going on with the new ban list. Let's see. Oh shit, terraforming didn't get hit. Neither did Dragonic Diagram.
Are you just like giving a sneak preview into what the bomb shelter actually entails? Because, fun fact, originally I was going to cut half of this.
Fuck?
I was going to cut half of this place off.
Bruh.
Whoa, what's up?
You might want to look up a new deck for Zodiac because you just got hit in the fucking ass.
Okay, I'll look at it later. Even though we are currently commentating over part of Persona 2.
Right, but here's the thing. In this dungeon here in particular, as I was going to get to, with this dungeon in particular, you have to go through 3 loops before the story lets you progress onward. Johnny didn't know that nearly, and we ended up nearly skipping this.
Almost. Well, skipping 2/3 of it. Because for a second there... Because
He thought I was grinding.
Yeah, I thought Matt was grinding.
Anyway, there's one demon in here you will hate. You will negotiate with that demon on site, and you will get rid of it as fast as you can. We don't see it here, but I will bring it up whenever you can. Anyway, one thing I meant to point out earlier, back when I got tongue-twisted, these monsters here are ogres. Ogres are chariot-class demons. Chariot classes are usually weak to magic, but strong against physical. Most of them aren't very bright, but ultimately they're a good target practice for your magical spells.
Well, why didn't he die?
Because I didn't hit him at all.
Oh, well, I don't think he did. Maybe he just has one.
Now, when you're in the fusion spell menu,
yeah,
You can choose the order of who's going to do the spell when. So if you want to get other party members to do like alternative spells and whatnot, just to like boost up your rank if possible, go for it. As I said, finish every battle with a fusion spell. But here I almost realized, oh shit, the next hit's going to kill him. So I have Ikichi guard, and then the rest of them just go through their day's business.
Your regular pot shots.
Raku Kaja is our first buff spell we've seen in this game. There are alternative buff spells for each stat. There is Taru for physical attack, Maka for magic, Sama for speed, Suku for speed, Sama Kaja for magic defense, and Raku Kaja for physical defense. They're usually single target, unless you combine it with a spell known as Affectionate Prayer, which you're not going to see till later in the game. If you combine it with Affectionate Prayer, you'll get Maha blank Kaja, blank being any of those wild adjectives I used.
Yeah. And
they will be buffs for your whole party. Unlike other games where buffs are like, oh, maybe I'll do 10 damage instead of 5, buffs fucking rock in Persona games. And this is no exception. He's one of the 3 cocksuckers. The guy in the cute little chef's hat?
Yeah.
He is Nizrock. He has a spell called Hula of Misfortune. If he does it, he'll do a little hula dance. It's going to look really cute. And you'll lose half of your total money.
Half?
Yes. Do you get it back, Matt? No.
No.
You do not get it back at all. So the second you see those bastards, negotiate them away. Like such. I'm delighted to hear you sound like you dropped your tools, you dumbass. But even if my level's too low at the time being, I at least got rid of them. So I'm cool with that. Now I can just talk to the APEP here.
Okay, so when your level's too low, you can't get anything from
You can't get it. You can get, I think you can get tarot cards. You just can't enter a pact with them. But I think it may also extend to tarot cards too. That part I'm not fully clear. Like, I think you may ultimately just get like an item or a fond slap on the butt on your way home.
Hey,
so
nice negotiation theory, Catchy. Slap someone on the ass.
So I think I was like double checking something real fast here to make sure of something here beforehand in case I didn't, so I wouldn't forget anything. Unfortunately, I forgot to tell you the oops stuff. I want to fast forward this part here.
At this point, I entered a coma.
Yeah,
I forgot to hit the stop button before doing it. I felt it on the way. And I was like, oh, fuck it.
Fucking diabetes. Yeah. Blackout. Oh, shit.
You never will choose that hydro boost.
No, I don't. Because then I'm like weighing out my options here. And it's like, you know what? Let me just. Besides, you can't use Hydro Boost on him anyway. I think he absorbs water. The Strength Arcana, ironically enough, is just more of a defensive. Is a slightly more defensive class than the Chariot. It lacks the raw power, but at the same time, it will hurt. Oh yeah, that's what I was also doing. When I was doing that on that menu there, I was also kind of looking at a guide to look at the fusion spells. Because I remember Eternal Punishments dead off the top of my head. Innocent Sins, not so much. So ultimately now I'm just gonna like kill it if I can. Well, I should be able to. Otherwise we kind of hit a dead wall.
It's dead game.
Right?
That's the other Persona 2 in the playthrough.
Zio is.
I really wish I didn't have that diabetic pass out.
Remember the time I got diabetes?
Yeah.
That was a good time. So nobody ever. So now ultimately the APEP's just gonna chomp me and then I'll just kill it. APEP is really nothing really noteworthy to talk about, other than it being apparently the rival to Amon-Ra. Other than that, it's a really underwhelming sea snake.
Yeah, fuck this guy in particular, goddamn.
Yeah, he got burned alive.
Bad luck.
Awesome.
He's not there anymore. Tatsu.
Ta-da!
He can't hear you.
So ultimately, it's 3 loops of this shit here. There is like maybe a rare item or 2 I do show off to get beforehand. Like Dormina, that's your sleep spell. And fuck me, I'm in a fight. And that is a Tengu. That is a level 16 wind monster.
16.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. But you could take it. The thing is that magicians usually don't like an element they're opposed to. But physical isn't going to do them any favors either.
Because they're sponges, essentially. Well, not sponges. They're squishy.
They're more predisposition to magic, of course. Yeah. So you're right. So I try Omni Dimension here and hope it works. Nope. But it was worth a shot, you know. Effort. And now how does he respond with Killer Wind? That's basically a medium tier one-hit move, but it does hit Akichi on his weakness. Fuck me.
Yeah, almost took half of his HP. Damn.
Well, yeah, I am weak to a level 16 wind spell.
Yeah, throw a rock at him.
Exactly. Or like jam one up his ass.
Wait.
Doink. And
What? What the fuck?
what? Her?
I like that. What?
She's a huge fan of kung fu films, so
Yeah.
naturally it just comes off into the spells.
Yeah.
And Fistalia, may I say. I kind of have a bit of a doubt here. Like, I don't think Omnidimensional will hit, but what if it does? So I have Maya switch over to Dia for that, and then I have Eric Alon follow up with another rock to the head. Tengu himself is actually a really good magician persona that we're gonna make for Maya when we get out of here. Basically, Tengu has a great mixture of wind spells. I throw in a water spell to make him even better. Or I throw in a fire spell. I forget what I throw in with him. He also gets an almighty spell of all things, and a status magic and a sword spell. Weird shit. Pixie ranked up. Ooh, stats increased. Oh yeah, also, one thing regarding Pixie. In Innocent Sin, it gets like a reasonable level up move pool. In Eternal Punishment, at level rank 8, it gets Megiddo, which is medium damage almighty magic to all of your opponents, which is normally a spell not seen before level 35. Kind of a case of, oops. It might be stack time, Tatsuya. What are we going to eat? We're going to eat each other's bones if we don't get the fuck out of here.
What did she just say, though? It's snack time. Maybe you should what?
Order. These are zombie schoolgirls. Yeah, zombie schoolgirls. Evil Americans. Ichido. Oh, wow. Hey, look. I mean, we're Japanese, too. There was no need for that jab, young man. I'm a woman. You're dead.
Yeah, I think that's most important. Is like you're dead.
Yeah, you smell really badly.
Yeah. And you stink.
Well, you're a corpse after all. That's natural. I can't fault you for that.
Now lay the hammer down.
I'm gonna lay the hammer down. Zombies count as Evil Dead, and thus Evil Dead. And as a result, they are weak to holy magic.
Yeah. MC Hammer. It just summons him and he does the shuffle, and just
That's just
50%.
And then I die from one embarrassment. Zombies also tend to hate fire, as far as I know. So burn, baby. Booyah. Although we just like lit rotting flesh on fire, so that's really gonna stink up the bomb shelter or something fierce.
They just detonate.
Oh yeah, I mean I just set a corpse on fire internally.
Yes.
So with Surya focusing on my agility for me, I just decided to up all my other stats. In the 2 duology, I tend to neglect strength with Tatsuya, but I don't completely rule it out because slash is a weakness you're going to want to exploit. Not so much in Eternal Punishment. In Eternal Punishment, Maya has pistols because she has to have an equip stat. Other than that, fuck that shit. I actually went one run through with Maya having a strength stat of fucking 3. From beginning to end.
Ow.
Yeah, you get hit with
It's a
booby
good thing you
traps.
don't lose your legs.
Sometimes sword traps are just a fucking
Please.
nuisance.
Give me that media. It's media.
Never mind. Tell me more about the mass media.
Yeah.
How fitting that the media ladies get media as a spell. And this here is an alternate dimension. Anyway. Trish, remember her from the first game?
I remember this spring area, yeah.
Right. Basically, she's a healer. She's back in a much more adult form, but unfortunately, they actually finally gave her a backstory, and that she's not allowed back among her kind until she invents her money-grubbing ways. So naturally, she's never going back.
But she's pretty much like your save, like, well,
She's
your
your
basic heal, yeah.
Now the thing is, though, with her is she, I think she charges you based upon how much you're hurt.
Yeah.
Well, my, looks like we're gonna have to spend another weekend in the bomb shelter, folks.
Gotta do a lot of fucking loops.
Yeah, I'll see you guys 2 loops later for the exciting conclusion to the bomb shelter. Hopefully, I'll see you guys then.